here is a remarkable moment between Trump and Powell. For those of you who are wondering how this relationship is going.
About 3.1 billion. It went up a little bit or a lot.
Nope. No, it didn't. Wait, hold on. We got to run it again.
About 3.1 billion. It went up a little bit or a lot. So the 2.7 is now 3.1.
I'm not aware of that.
Yeah, it just came out.
Yeah, I haven't heard that from anybody at the Fed.
Yeah, it just came out.
Our notes had it about 3.1 as well.
3.1.
3.2.
This came from us?
Yes. I don't know who does that.
You're including the Martin renovation. You just added.
That's our entire capital.
Yeah, you just added in a third building is what that is. That's a third building.
Well,
including
no,
the
but
Martin building.
it's a building that's being built.
No, it was built 5 years ago. We finished Martin 5 years ago.
It's part of the overall work.
But it's
So,
not new.
So we're going to take a look. We're going to see what's happening, and it's.
That's so funny. Oh my God. There's nothing funnier than the fact that Trump fucking appointed him in his first term. Okay. And also, it is the one thing that would erode market confidence and would absolutely yield tremendous volatility. So he can't even fucking fire him. Oh, that's crazy. To be fair, I don't know. I feel like, yeah, he'll be like, who appointed this guy? This is a real bad guy. Who appointed this fucking asshole? Yeah, he's asking DOJ to investigate him for fraud because it's costing too much money to build these buildings so that he can have like some kind of just cause to fire him, I guess. What a asshole. Whoever appointed this guy must have been a real idiot.
Do you expect any more additional cost overruns?
Don't expect them. We're ready for them. But we have a little bit of a reserve that we may use. But no, we don't. We expect to be finished in 2027. We're well along, as you can see.
Nice to take these off every once in a while when we're not under too much danger.
What the fuck was that? Oh my God. What did he do?
Nice to take these off every once in a while when we're.
What is he doing? Wait, Trump says he's surprised Fed Chair Powell was appointed? What? I don't remember this. This is so stupid, dude.
Fed chair. I was surprised he was appointed. I was surprised, frankly, that Biden put him in and extended him. It is my.
Oh my God, it's full Brandon. I was I missed this, I guess. And then I didn't. I was at the bachelor party after this.
My pleasure and my honor to announce my nomination of Jerome Powell to be the next chairman of the Federal Reserve. Congratulations. He's a terrible Fed chair. I was surprised he was appointed.
Incredible. Incredible work, sir. Whew. Real moron. Must have appointed him. Real stupid. His name is Brandon. I constantly go back and forth on like, is he actually losing his mind? Or does he know that his base does not care when he just like says things that are completely false? And I'm leaning on the Brandonization side of things. Like I do think that there is a Brandonization going on currently on the issue of inflation, on the issue of like people's attitude towards the administration. Trump is nearing Brandonization levels on that front. He's almost at Brandon's lowest point, underwater by I believe 29 points. Or by 25 points. So he's definitely on the Brandon side. 6 months into his second term, President Donald Trump's job approval rating has dipped to 37%. This is the lowest rating of Trump's second term and just slightly higher than his all-time worst rating of 34% at the end of his first term. Now, something you have to remember, however, is that even at his lowest approval rating, he still was above 90% for the Republicans, okay? Or above 85%, I think, something like that. So just remember, he's just losing independence. He's losing a lot of the people that voted for him, but that's expected. That is precisely what happened last time around as well. Yeah, independents drive Trump's approval rating to 37%, second term low. This is the lowest it's been in the second term, and it's close to the lowest it's been in its first term. Not that it matters because he's not running again, or maybe we won't even have another election. Who knows? Who knows? Trump's handling of Iran foreign affairs rated highest, but still underwater. Trump's ratings for handling each of 8 separate foreign and domestic issues also ran generally poor. Highest marks for his handling of the situation with Iran at 42% and foreign affairs at 41%, which is crazy. Approval is slightly lower for his job on immigration, 38%. The economy, 37%. Situation in the Middle East between the Israelis and the Palestinians at 36%, foreign trade at 36%, Americans' ratings of Trump handling of the situation in Ukraine at 33%, and the federal budget 29% are even lower. Apart from the situation with Iran, which was not previously measured in Trump's second term, ratings on each of the issues are now lower than earlier this year. These include a 14-point drop in the federal budget and an 8-point decline for immigration and the situation in Ukraine. Incredible. Republicans broadly approve of Trump's job on each issue, with his handling on foreign affairs garnering the highest rating at 93%. Aside from the situation in Ukraine, which earns approval from 70% of Republicans, his ratings on other issues range from 81 to 88 within his party. Democrats' highest rating of Trump's handling of the 8 issues is 12% for the situation in Ukraine, and all the other issues are in single digits. Meanwhile, no more than 36% of independents approve of Trump's president's job performance on any of the issues. The situation with Iran earns him the highest approval rating from independents at 36%, and the federal budget at its lowest at 19%. Something to consider here is that the reason why Iran turned out to be a W for Trump and his base is because of 2 reasons. One, I told you so. Motherfuckers don't care about doing more war, okay? Even though they say that there is no more war. I told you it was going to work out in a similar fashion to what happened with the of Soleimani, where it was seen as like an off ramp for Iran, so it was packed up. It was packed up fairly quickly, and this is the reason why they see him as like a powerful figure that was able to simultaneously escalate and then look like he was actually working to de-escalate. People did not see it as a severe escalation, even though it was. You're failing to recognize the B-2 bombers look cool factor? No, it's not even that. If it actually led to a larger quagmire, it would have been a massive failure. And the only reason why it didn't is because Iran did not retaliate. Iran did not retaliate in kind, and instead did the same thing that they've always done, which is unimaginable restraint and de-escalation. The approval spiked for Trump during the period in which he sacked Waltz and did his anti-neocon Middle East push while avoiding Israel versus the 12-day war period / Jeffrey Epstein resurgence and denial is just uncanny. Bottom line, Trump closed out the second quarter of his second term in office, having accomplished much of what he said he would do if elected. Yet outside of his Republican base, relatively few Americans are pleased with his performance. His rating has fallen to the lowest point in his second term, essentially matching where he was at the same time in his first term, which is not much higher than his all-time worst rating. He also gets generally poor marks for his handling of key issues, including immigration and the economy, which were major focuses of his campaign. Because, as I told you, many people who voted for Trump, who fancy themselves to be independents, or many people who would go on the record in polls to say that they actually wanted to do mass deportations, does not actually like mass deportations when it's happening.